and by moment distribution method with reference to the structural analysis volume 1 by Vaidyanathan and Perumal. And we are going to see about the portal frame analysis by using the moment distribution method. In case of the moment distribution method, we are going with the 4 steps, and it will be of a first step, it will be of a fixed end moments, and then second step, it will be of a distribution factor, and third one, it will be of a moment distribution, and then fourth step, and free bending moments, and then fifth step, bending moment plan. So these are the 5 steps that we are going to see in this lecture, and they have been given this. I have been taken the example for the analysis of portal frame as shown in figure, and here we can see about the figure. First thing, A and B is a span. The portal frame AB and CD are a columns, and BC is the beam, and AB here the I value as a I, and CD I value I, and they have been given as 2I for the BCB. And just I am going to the first step, that will be of a fixed end moments. To calculate it for a fixed end moments, first thing we need to take it for a loading calculations. Here you can see that for a span AB, for span AB, and we are going to calculate it for M of AB and also for a MFBA. So in the reverse also we need to calculate. So here in case of an MFAB, it indicates that fixed end moments A is the nearer end and B is the far. And in the case of an MFBA, B is the nearer end and A is the far. So we can calculate it as this is for an A joint and this is for a B joint. So in this case of an AB, here there is a no load. So and hence the value will become 0. And the next stage, that will be of a C and D. I am just going with the next column, C and D. So for a MFCD and also for a MFDC, here also there is a no load, and hence this will be of a 0 km. And then next step, I am just going with the beam of a BC. So I am just taking it as a MFBC. So by solving for an MFBC, there is a loading of a point load. So in case of a point load, the formula will be WL by H. In case if there is a UDL, the formula will be WL square by 12. You can solve this by using the formula WL square by 12. And hence from left to right, from the starting to the ending, there will be a negative sign in case of the formula. And the same way for an MFCB, I am just going with the formula, same formula in the opposite direction. So I won't give the negative. And hence by solving this one, so the load W is a 48 into L value, it will be a 3 plus 3, 6 divided by 8. By solving this, we can get the value of a 36. So minus 36 kilonewton meter. And in this case of an MFCB, that will be of a 48 into 6 divided by 8. So that will be of a 36 kilonewton meter. So and that's how it will be of a first step of a fixed end movements. And the next stage, that will be of a distribution factor. In case for a distribution factor, I need to go for the joints that having a both the ends. So it will be a nearer end for the another 2 numbers, and hence I am just going to take the joint of B and C. By taking the joint A and D, there is a no continuous. So I am just going with the B and C. So I am just taking the joint of a B and C. Next thing, I am just giving it as a in case of a member. So for solving the member, I am just going with the associated members at this joint. So that will be of a BA and also for a BC. So I am just giving it as a BA and BC. And the same way for a joint C, it will be of a CB and CB. So I am just giving it as a CB and CB. And the next one, it will be a relative stiffness. So relative stiffness, we are having the 2 formulas, and one will be by using the fair and fixed and fair and hinged. So which means that if you are taking this as an AB, so this point will be A and this point will be B. So in this condition, the fair end will be a fixed condition. So the formula is I by L or 4 EI by L, the formula. And the same way, in case parent, it will be of a hinged condition. So in form of an AB, so to calculate the AB, so this parent will be of a hinged. So the formula will be 3 by 4 into I by L or 3 EI divided by L. So by using any one of the formula, we are going to calculate the relative stiffness values. And hence, in our conditions, since we are taking this as a rigid frame, portal frame, it will be considered as a rigid. We are considering all the joints are to be a fixed one. And hence, for a BA, parent is a fixed. So I am just going with the formula of an I by L. And same way for a BC, CN, second one, it is a parent. So parent is a fixed condition. So I am just going with the I by L. And next one, CB. So CB. So B is a fixed condition. So I am just going with the I by L. And same way for this one, I by L. I am just going for the next step, relative stiffness value. So the I value for a BA value. So it has been given as an I, and the L value as a 3.5. And same way for a BC, they have been given it as a 2I. So 2 into I divided by the total distance, it will be of a 6. And same way for a CB, that will be of a 2I by 6. And here I by 3.5. So we have been calculated the relative stiffness. And the next step, we need to calculate the total stiffness. The total stiffness, we are going to calculate it for a joint value. So in case of a joint value, the total stiffness is related by adding the relative stiffness at that joint. So here I by 3.5 plus 2I by 6. By adding this one, we can get the total stiffness value. And the same way here, 2I by 6 plus I by 3.5. So by solving this one, we can get the value of 13I by 21, and same way here 13I by 21. And the next step, it will be of a distribution factor. So the distribution factor is nothing but the relative stiffness divided by total stiffness. So by solving this one, that is I by 3.5 divided by 13I by 21. By solving this one, we can get the distribution factor. So the value will become 0.463. And the same way, next step, that is the 2I by 6. So here 2I by 6 divided by 13I by 21. By solving this one, I can get the value of 0.539. And same way, you can solve another two values. So here, same way, 2I by 6 divided by 13I by 21. By solving this one, the value will become 0.539. And next one, I by 3.5 divided by 13I by 21. So it will be 0.46. Next step, it is about the moment distribution table. And in the previous steps, we have been calculated the fixed end moments. And in case of a fixed end moments, I have been written here AB and BA value will be 0. And for a fixed end moment for a BC, that will be minus 36. And for a CB plus 36. And CD and DC value, it will become 0. And the same way, we have been calculated for the moment distribution factor. In case of a moment distribution factor, we have been joint A and joint B we did not take. We have been taken for a B and C. So for a B, BA value is 0.463 and BC 0.539. So CB 0.539 and CD 0.463 values. So these are the values that we have been taken from the previous cases. And same way we have been created the calculation for the moment distribution method. It includes the joint, member, distribution factor and fixed end moments. This has been calculated previously. And the next steps, balancing carryover. It will be repeated up to the end value, since your value will become 0.0 something. Up to that we need to move with this one. And the final step, it will be a carryover, not a balancing, it will be a carryover. And how we are going to balance and carry over the factors. So first thing, by taking the balancing, we need to add the between the joints. So here A and B, there is a only one member, so we did not take the A and D. By taking the joint B, we need to add BA and BC value. So if BA here there is a 0 value of fixed moment, and BC that will be of a minus 36, and we need to multiply it with the distribution factor of BA, and we need to write it in a BA itself. And then same way we need to add this 2 and multiply it with the BC distribution factor, we need to write here. And with this direction in an opposite direction, so we are changing the negative values. The movement will be in an opposite direction, so it will be of a negative. So if it is a negative value after multiplication, we need to write it in the form of a positive, and if it is a positive value, we need to write it in the form of a negative. So 36 into 0.463, we can get a 16.596, and same way negative, so we are writing here as a positive in both the cases. And the same way here positive value, by adding this to the value will becomes 36, and multiplying with this one minus, so with the negative sign minus 19.404, and here also there will be of a minus value. And then for a carryover, the formula that will be of a m by 2. So the moment divided by 2. The carryover will takes place between the joints. So from B joint to A joint and C joint to the D joint, and also that between B and C. So balancing will be done between the members, and carryover will be between the joints. So with this joint BA divided by 2, so m by 2, so 16.596 divided by 2, we can get it 8.298. And between the B and the C joint, 19.404 by 2, we need to write it in a C, and minus 19.404, we need to write it in a B. So it will be in a reverse. And the same way, this we can divide by 2, and we are going to write it here. And the same way, we have been repeated these steps for a balancing and carryover. And in the next step, we can see this one. Here, the value will become 0, and with this minus 9.702, and again we are going to multiply it with the distribution factor, and so that we can get this value. So, and the next step, 0 minus 9.702, multiply it with the 0.539, we can get the second answer. And the same way, we are going for the joint C, and then again we are going with the carryover factors between the joints. So between the joint A and B, and then joint B and C, and then joint C and D, we are going to carry over this one, this value divided by 2, and with this value divided by 2, 2.615 here, and minus 5.229 divided by 2, and minus 2.615 here. And the same way, minus 4.473 divided by 2, minus 2.237. And the same way, this balancing carryover, and balancing carryover gets repeated till the last value. Here we can able to find out that next step is the last final value. So here minus 0.1 divided by 2, minus 0.05 something. So that we can easily find out that this value will become 0.0 something, and this will be the last step. With this balancing and carryover to the end value, we are calculating the balancing and carryover moments. And after that, we need to add all the movements from fixed end movements to the end carryover moments. And by adding the all values, we can get the final fixed end movement value. So this will be the final moments at the joints. So joint moments here for an A joint 11.345 and B joint. So BA number at a B joint that will be 22.688, and for a BC minus 22.688, for a CB 22.688, and CD minus 22.688, and finally D value 11.345. So with this we have been calculated the joint moments, and also that here we can see this one. Joint A, joint B, joint C and joint D values we have been calculated, but the moment due to the load we did not calculate. So that we are going with the simply supported bending moment. So in this case of a point load at the center, we are having a value of, so I am just mentioning it as a mu in case for a simply supported bending moment. So mu is equal to, for mu AB there is a no load, so 0. And the same way for a mu at CD, bending moment at CD, so the value will become 0. And in the case of a BC, so bending moment at a BC, we are having a value of formula of WL by 4. By solving this one, 48 into length 6 divided by 4. So by solving this one, we can get the value of 72 kilonewton meter. So next step, we are just going for a bending moment drawing, and I have been taken all the joint moment that have been calculated from the moment distribution table, and also the simply supported moment that I have been listed here. And with this, I am just going to draw the bending moment drawing. And the first one, you can see that AB is positive 11.345. So in case of a positive, we are taking it as a clockwise direction, and negative, we are going to take it as an anti-clockwise direction. First step, AB, it will be of a positive, so I am just going with the clockwise direction. And then second one, we can see that it is of a BA, so this is also a positive, I am just going with the clockwise direction. In case of an A and B member, first thing clockwise, and then second one also clockwise. And next one, BC, it will be of an anti-clockwise direction. So BC, so the nearer end is B, and hence I am just going with the anti-clockwise direction. And then CD, so in case of a CB, that will be of a positive 22.688. So I am just going with the clockwise direction. And then next one, CD, that will be of a negative, so I am just going with the anti-clockwise direction. And the same way for a DC minus 11.345, I am just going with the anti-clockwise direction. So these are the various directions that I have been mentioned, and then we are going to plot this movement in the form of a movement, bending moment drawing. And then first step for A, so in case of an A, this movement will be hitting at this point. So the movement drawing, it will be in an inner cell. And then second one, for a B, it will be hitting at this point, and hence the movement for a B, it will be in an opposite side. So the value of an AB is 11.345. So 11.345. And then for a BA is 22.688. So I am just extending for 22.688. So and then I am just going to join this two. And the next one, for a column CD, I am just going to draw. For a CD minus 22.688, and it has been hitting towards this point, and so the value it will become minus 22.688. And for a D, it has been hitting towards this point, and hence I am just going with the inner direction. So for a DC, 11.345. So 11.345. And then I am just going to draw this one. So these are the two values that I have taken. And the next one, I am just going with the top for a beam reinforcement. So by taking the B, so it will be moving and hitting towards the top values, and hence I am just going to draw it in the top, so that the values will become CB 22.688 and BC minus 22.688. So both of them will be of the same height. So I am just going to draw this in the form of a square. So 22.688, and here also 22.688. So and these are the values for a joint movements, and also that we have been calculated for a simply supported movement of a 72 kN. So here it is a point load, so that it will be in a straight line or a triangle movement. So I am just going to draw the 72 kN meter like this. So and this will be the 7 kN meter. So all the units, it will be in the form of a kilonewton meter. And the next step, I am just going with the positive and the negative values for the moments. And here the top value, it will be of a positive, and below that of the joint movement, it will be of a negative values. So I am just going to share this one with the positive with the one color, and the negative values with another. And here, and this will be the bending moments. and this will be your Bendy woman drawing to calculate this for a given portal frame. Thank you.